the internet and welcome back to the live stream. It is Monday the 8th of July 2019. Today I will be live for 42 minutes. Can we just take pause for a quick second just to reflect on what the date is, the 8th of July? That means we've done 7 days of July. The first week of July is behind us. It's put behind us. We've achieved it. I'm really pumped up about this. This has been an exciting thing to do. I gotta say, I've found it kind of, I'm not going to use the word difficult, but I've found the time management aspect of this to be just slightly on the trying side. It's just because this has fallen at the same time as my wave a day for July, and I'm kind of focused on delivering the live stream as priority, then going out surfing, then coming back in, then editing, and then stitching together a super quick wave a day, and all the things I've got to do. It's my mistake, not my mistake, but it's my my burden to bear, my cross to bear, because I chose to do this. This was Danny Black's concept, though. I've pumped a little link in the chat poo right there for Danny Black if you want to go and support his channel. He came up with this concept, Julive, every day July, live on a platform. I'm doing YouTube, he's doing Facebook. I'm also doing D-Live as well, so there's that going on as well, which has made it even more burdensome. I don't even know how to frame that word correctly. You know what I mean? The burden got larger. I want to say good morning to our chit chats. And I'll tell you what, this is what I've liked about this. I love how everyone's coming at the same time back into the chit chat, waiting. Like, I don't even have to pump. Like, I don't even pump these streams anywhere. I don't post the links to them on Twitter. Don't post them on the Discord. Don't do anything. And everybody's in the chat ready for the start. I love this. This is cool. With that being said, let me just go back up there and say Travel Jet Setter was first in the house. I believe we're going to have him on the live chit chat today. I've got a little thing for you today as well. We'll get to that in a second. Mindy, Northrop MJ in the house. Hey guys. Tim Arskog. Hello, Chookums. And Tim and Mindy were talking dirty about gardening. I see that comment. Now that Benon's away, we can talk amongst ourselves in private. I do disappear for the last 10 minutes just to sort of powder my nose. Actually, what I've been doing lately is making sure my facial hair is pointing down. Sometimes it goes all over the shop. Was that a hands-on job? Geez, you guys are really going for it, aren't you? Matthew Corbin in the house. G'day, Matthew. You're not too late, dude. Welcome to the chit chat. Good to have you here. Had some stuff to do. No worries, man. So yeah, 7 days of July. Let me give you the chit chat, actually. 7 days of July. Nick Baker in the house, all the way from San Fran. Everybody say hello to Nick. How you going, Nick? Good to see you, man. What's going down in your town these days, and skateboarding-wise? Yeah, nice to see you, dude. Nice to see you as well. You're welcome here in the live chat. We're going to talk a little bit about some surfing. I'm going to show you my wave a day, super quick wave a day edit from yesterday, where those who've seen the D-Live know what this will be. And I've got to preface it. If you haven't seen it, it's a little bit... Wait. I've got the wrong day. We've already seen that one on both D-Live and YouTube. Cancel everything I just said. The super quick wave a day I'm going to show you today goes for 4 minutes, and I got a banging left-hand ride. It was super cool. I was pumped. Stephen, good morning, Stephen. How are you, buddy? Travel Jet Setter. Hey, Nick, you've been to San Fran many times. Have family there. Okay, so you guys are chit-chatting amongst yourselves. Good work. Nice. Let me run the super quick wave a day because I've got... well, we want to get into other content as well. So let's just roll this and get this out of the way. For the next 4 minutes, a little snappy edit of my surfing. Welcome back to the super quick wave a day edit. Today's wave raised a very interesting philosophical question. The surf gods, they giveth and they taketh. What do you think? Good morning, Sunday. It's a beauty. Hold on a second. I probably should have paddled out a bit here. I gotta go a little bit further out.
think this is a better spot. Yeah, this feels beautiful. Dolphins were hanging out here a second ago. They've now gone. It's beautiful. Feel great to be awake, alive, and surfing. Well, so much for the left. That one was definitely going right, so I went right. There's another one that went right when the beach camera is kind of positioned for left. I'm in a better spot for lefts here, but one hasn't come yet. What did I just say? Wow! What was I just saying? Wow! What? That was so sick! Far out, did you see that world? That was so rad. Oh, give me another one. I got a taste for it. What? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. It's like the surf gods constantly reminding me that I'm a kook, right? Like maybe I'll get a freaky, really good ride such as that left, and I'll edge myself up a little on confidence, and then the surf gods will go, try this, buddy. Try pulling out of this. You're going over the falls, and we're going to remind you that you're the kook. You're one of the two kooks. Patrick Becomes is the other. One of the two biggest kooks on YouTube. I just went over the falls. It's like an algorithm that keeps coming back one way or the other. It tips in your favor, and then it tips in the surf god's favor. So using that theory, this next ride I take should be ace. Well, I'm almost 100% certain I definitely went out of frame on that right, but I felt like I couldn't let that one slide. It was a good fun ride. It's a shame you couldn't see it though. And now while I ponder where my next surf god appearance will come from, you guys can go back to the live stream. Oh, you caught me. I was just praying to the surf gods that today I get similar conditions and similar wave opportunities. I wasn't really. But what do you think? Surf gods, they give, they take. They gave me a great left, then they gave me an absolute almighty over the falls kook style, and yeah, they took it away from me. That's fine. That's their right. They can do that. Just looking back up in the chit chat while that was rolling, I like to see this. Nick and Travel Jet Setter have lived in the same cities together. Probably didn't know each other back then, but there you go. They're now friends. And Nick, I want to just ask you a question. When you were mentioning names of places you've lived in, Oconomowoc. Now that is a town with a great name. I've lived in many places in Milwaukee, West Allis, Wauwatosa, New Berlin, and Oconomowoc. I love it. That sounds awesome. Sounds like a little squishy children's toy. Oh, you got one of those Oconomowocs. I love them.
Tim says you could place a can of open surströmming on the beach next to your gear. That would keep sightseers well and truly away. And what Tim's referring to there is yesterday's wave a day. I had people standing directly in front of my line of sight of camera, and I was like, dude, what have I got to do? I think I've come up with a solution. I'm going to make a sign, a big fat cardboard sign that says, this iPad is filming me surfing. Look, turn around and look into the ocean, and then I'll be like waving at me. That's me. Either get out of the frame of the field of vision, or walk to this line and do something vlog-worthy and then get out of the way. At least they'll do something crazy. They might come back on and come back in and check the channel themselves. That's my plan, but a can of surströmming would also do the trick. I'd have to talk to Patrick Becomes to get me some of that, and I don't think he can even get some in Bali at the moment. Nick asks, how long have I been surfing? Good question, Nick. So people that don't know Nick, I've known Nick for a couple of years now, I guess. We were hanging out back in Sydney with Nicholas Cole, who you guys would remember, the man who got caught buying his channel, both here on YouTube and on Instagram. But we were hanging out back then, kicking around with Fab Trav as well. Remember Fabian? And Nick's a skateboarder like I am. But then I got injured. Oh, actually, Nick was there when I did my elbow in. I think, yeah, Nick was there. Fabian was there. The other Nick was there. Yeah. And anyway, I've been... So Nick, to answer your question, I haven't skateboarded since those days. I gave it away, as you know. And I also saw Nick in Vanuatu. I think he's on my vlog in Vanuatu. Just to round this whole thing off. But I started surfing when I came down here, which would have been, I guess, the time of Vanuatu. I came down here. But I've only been surfing like what I call seasons, like monthly seasons. So I guess I've been surfing for about 6 months in total, if you like. Yeah, it's super fun. Really enjoy it. And you guys are still working out where you have mutual friends in the same area. Matthew Corbin, that was a sick ride. Oh, that left hand was awesome. Solid editing, says Nick. Thanks, man. Cheers. Nice wave, says Tim. I realize that there is a delay between when we send the chat and when you receive it. Yeah, it's like a 9-second delay or something. Taser X from the UK finally joined the stream, dude. Yeah, welcome. Good morning, man, or good evening. I know it's a sketchy time for you, dude, but thanks for stopping by. Native American names. Yeah, I thought they might have been. Yeah, I love that Okonomawak. Juhan Sebastian. Hello, Juhan Sebastian, son. Good to see you. Never seen you here before. You're welcome in the chit chat, of course. Loving the beard. Yeah, I think I'm going to grow this out. The only reason I haven't shaved this off is because I haven't done a snorkel mask review. The moment I get a snorkel mask to review and I've got to go and do it, this thing comes off. But for the time being, I'm just letting it grow. You need to come up to Sydney in October. I'll get you back on board. Man, I really miss skateboarding. I really do. But I've kind of resolved it with myself that I think I'm over it. I think the skateboarding is completed for me. It's pretty sad, I got to say. It's my lifeblood, skateboarding, and it's no longer a part of me. I just don't want to get injured, and I recognize I can get injured out there as well. But I feel like this is learning something new, and it's engaging the environment. The beach is right there, so I don't know, man. So that's the thing. The gain, and this is what I was explaining when we were in Vanuatu, the gain from skateboarding just isn't worth it for me anymore. Like if I dropped in and did a line of airs and even try to learn something new, like let's say, for instance, I learn a frontside invert, the gain of learning it wouldn't equate to the loss of the injuries involved to get there. Back when I was a kid, I wouldn't give a rat's ass and I'd hurt myself all the time. It wouldn't care me. But now I've got other things to think of. Us older skaters need to stick together. Yeah, true. And yeah, we've all got destroyed surfing. Yeah, for sure. I get it. It's a tricky one. So look, D-Live. I've been live on D-Live every day this month, as well as YouTube, and I've been doing D-Live for weeks beforehand. And what I've really come to love about D-Live, and this isn't something we can do on YouTube, but it's the openness of that platform. Like, we can stream whatever we really want there, you know? Like, I've got people watching other people's content, people watching 60 Minutes reports. There is no real copyright situation going on D-Live at the moment. And what that did for me is that opened up this idea of 5 songs. So hitting random on my iTunes library, bringing up a Wikipedia window and trying to learn if we don't know about the artist. I'm trying to guess the artist. Anyone that goes to my D-Live and sees those streams, and I'm looking at Mindy here, you'll know what I'm talking about. We'll hit random, a song will come on and I'll be looking the other way and I'll be like, I think this is Pulp. at least it's Jarvis Cocker. Oh, I got it wrong. It is pulp. Yeah, I got it. And that's the way we do that. And if we don't know, we search up the artist and we all learn. It's all local music to my collection. But what I thought I could do here, and this is something I didn't think I would do this on my YouTube channel. I didn't want to tie these two worlds together. You may have seen me reference this in the past once or twice, and I might have picked up my guitar and strum it a little bit here and there once or twice for you, but I'm not a musician, and I never want to be a musician, and I never want to put forward that idea to the public, to the givers. I never want to tell you guys I'm a muso and here's my music, go and buy it and this and that. That's not what I want to do. But for about, crikey, since I'm my 21st, I guess, so like a long time ago, I've always tried to play music, play a little bit of guitar. I've even had a band with my cousin that was called Umnus. When I do stuff as a solo artist, I call myself That's And that's where my phrase at the end of my vlogs, that's we're out of time. That's kind of where that ties in. But what I thought we could do, I can't believe I'm doing this actually. Here on the YouTube live stream, because we can't play copyrighted music, I want to give you guys my music, just a small sample of my music. Over the course of, since 2003, I've brought out 5 albums. Now, when I say albums, I'm not saying I was ever signed to a record label or any crap like that. It was just home style recordings, made the artwork, went and either photocopied it or got it printed somewhere. It depends which album we're talking about. And then physically handed these, let's be honest, frisbees out to my friends. And my friends invariably would put them on once and go, that's and then, yeah, they'd frisbee them into the ocean or they'd chuck them in the bin or whatever they did with them. So there's been 5 of them. Now, what I thought we could do over the next 5 days is take 5 songs of my choice from each of those records, starting today with the first record, which incidentally I have right next to me. And this one is called, I actually called this one, so this is like a compilation of what I started recording from 2000 up into 2003. So I called this a collective Rollercoaster because the songs are up and down. They're a bit of a schmozzle. I wasn't very skilled. I'm still not very skilled. I thought I'd call it a collective Rollercoaster, in parentheses, or just a coaster, because you may wish to use this as a coaster, because let's be honest, it's not really achieving much in terms of music. So it's probably better off as a coaster. But I will show you the artwork here, and then we will take 5 songs that I've selected from this 26 track release. There's the artwork, and I'll just let it get a focus on that. That's just me holding up a beer in a bar in Adelaide, the Oyster Bar, if anyone knows the place. And I didn't even get a very decent print job done. I think I just did this on a homeschool printer, but I can read this to you. It says, that's a project I began while in Vancouver, Canada. I was seeing a talented singer-songwriter at the time, and she let me mind her apartment while she went back home for Christmas. Having access to her computer and keyboard, musical keyboard, not a PC keyboard, I started fooling around. The results was Hot Sex, a track. I'm not going to feature that track because it's a bit but it's on here. A silly experiment that paved the way for more stupidity. This CD contains everything I have done since Hot Sex and features a whole variety of sounds and ideas. I'm sure you will agree. You may like it or you may loathe it. You may frisbee it into the ocean or snap it over your knee. Either way, at least listen to it once and then decide. And I even had an mp3.com account back then. So there's the back cover artwork if you want to see it. And I am building to something here. We're going to play 5 songs, but then I've also got a little sneaky gift for everybody. In fact, I might as well give this to you right now. I've put a little chat message in the chat, which I haven't been reading at the moment, which I will come back to. And that's where you can go and download this whole record for free. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I don't want anyone to buy this crap, ever. It is available to purchase on Apple Music and all the Spotifys and all the platforms. But right now, if you want to nab that using this link, it's only going to be there for 3 days. So if you happen to be watching the replay of this, you've got about a nanosecond to grab it, but there it is. You can grab it. All 26 tracks, all with the artwork and ID3 tags and everything. Now, all that being said, let's hear 5 cuts from this record that I think are the least and also the most which kind of works together in That's camp. In camp That's So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring up a new window here. That's the record. I'm going to bring up my iTunes, and I'm going to engage the chat as we do this. This first number, so this, just to show you, there's 5 songs here we're going to be listening to. The first one is called Bellbirds and Bush, and it goes a little something like this. Can't believe I'm doing this. All right, let's just enjoy it. Now I'll engage the chat too, sorry. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. Now, the volumes are good here, right? I've got a very loose grasp on musical concepts, but I like birds. Thanks, Taser. Listen to it once and then frisbee it into the ocean. Volume is good. Thanks, Northrop MJ. See what I was trying to do here? Trying to make a song with the beat, a bellbird as the beat. And of course, the kookaburra. Now play that song forwards, not backwards. Nice one, Tim. I like what you've done there. You cheeky little bugger. There's instruments in these as well. Like I play guitar and whatnot. My favourite band is Ween, so gives you an idea of where I'm headed with this crap. Matthew Corbin, way back up in the chat, asked about D-Live. Yeah, D-Live, man. Every day on D-Live. Go and check that platform out. It's unique. Very unique. Taser says, I like to sing, but not in public. I would shatter glass. Yeah, I've done an open mic night as That's and as Umness, the band, with my cousin. We did we played my 21st, and then we played an actual gig. Yeah. I don't mind performing in public. Like, I'm not a great musician, but I don't mind getting up. Tim asked at the Blue Oyster Bar. No, it was actually just called the Oyster Bar. It was on the Padawalonga harbour. The harbour. What do they call that there? Yeah, the harbour. Mosley Terrace. Mosley Square. No, not the square. Yeah. So when do we drink the purple Kool-Aid? Stephen, nice question, dude. You got to drink a lot of it to enjoy this. So that was track 1. This is now track 2, the ummest of the That sounds like what we'd have as a year 8 school project for music class. Hey Jonah, welcome to the chat, dude. I can't really explain this. You have to go back and watch the replay to work out what we're actually listening to here. But let's just say it's The Happy Canadian, this is fantastic. Well, I appreciate your open-mindedness. I would strongly recommend some homebrews when you're listening to that material.
Come get some.
Johann Sebastian's son. Hi, I love your videos. Thank you, man. I may have just completely ruined our relationship by playing this for you. You may now turn away and go, that guy's a weirdo. I'm glad I'm never going back to his live stream. And I completely get it. I may be doing the wrong thing here.
There is only one
I never really thought I would bring that into my YouTube channel, but here we are, July. Was a harbour in the film Police Academy. Oh, okay. A few cones, yes, Tim. If you do smoke the green,
Listen to it.
sure.
Look at it. That's
That's
Oh, that's
Oh no.
You got it.
That's
nice one,
Yeah.
Jeff. Yeah, get that homebrew
That's
done.
Who's That's
And now track 3. Thankfully, these are short tracks, let's be honest. So I was trying to do a Christmas song every year. I think I lasted 3 years in total. This was the first one I ever did. A Christmas song. This is not a Christmas song. This is still better than my dad singing, "Look up, Phil Scullard, for the love of God." That's your father, Taser? Well, I'm going to remember that and I'm going to look it up, dude. I'm not having Christmas this year. You like this music, Johann? Johann Sebastianson, you like this? You've got an open mind, dude, I got to be honest. You've got to have an open mind to appreciate this. I'm not having any turkey. I'm not having any wine. That's right. This one was recorded in Vancouver on that keyboard at my friend's house. I got no money. Yeah. In 2000. The year 2000. That's 19 years ago. I remember this so clearly as well. Napster was kicking at that time, and she had a T1 internet connection, which was fast. And we were down, like when she was away, I was downloading so much music with this Napster thing. Couldn't believe it. I remember like finding a song and then go right click, discover more, go to more from this user's library, and then just finding their whole library and just going, I'll take all that. It's insane. No wonder it shut down. For real. And you know what? That's fine. This is one that's close to my heart. This is track 4. One more after this, folks. And then we'll bring on a guest for a chit chat if they still want to talk to me after hearing this absolute garbage. I'll be honest, they may not wish to. Yeah, did you have the Napster too, Jeff? Yeah. It was crazy how easy it was just to learn about new music back then. I mean, I put my stuff up on Napster at one point thinking that everyone will download it. I think maybe one unlucky person started downloading it. And yeah, I don't never know where that went or what they ever thought of it, thankfully. Yet here we are now digging into it. Can't believe I'm doing this. Matthew's got to go. No worries, man. Cheers, dude. Thanks for sticking by for a while. And Tim's being nice to Matthew too. I love my chat like that. Everyone's like engaging and happy and communicating. Now watch my subscriber count go down after this stream because of that. I might have just ruined myself. Classic. Anybody else having video and audio sync issues? Terrible signal as I'm on holidays. No, I'm watching the stream on a secondary machine and it looks good. Cool, Travel Jet Setter. Well, you're calling in as soon as this next track finishes. We're swapping to a call in. Thanks, Mindy and Nick, for confirming. Yeah, nothing, no audio issues. It must be your end. Taser Urbex. How many snorkels do I have? A few. I generally give them away after I've tested them though. Under my bed I've got the ones that I really love and the Armio Power Breathers because I use them all the time. The only audio issue you're having is that we're listening to this absolute dribble by the name of That's That's the audio issue here. Let me be straight. Everyone's getting the same audio issue here. It's called That's I'm going to put you through one more track, and then tomorrow we'll go to the second album, which gets progressively better. I want to give myself credit, Nick, but I understand what this is. It's garbage, but it's garbage done with passion. It's like someone's got access to a guitar and some technology and an idea, and it's not for everybody, but it's. And these were never meant for mass consumption. They were just for my friends to like. Did you really do this, dude? Did you really write 26 of these? What the hell were you doing? Just do 5, man. Like write 10 songs and that's enough. 26? Yeah. Totally ween, Nick. Absolutely ween. Like I can't speak highly enough of that band. Like, yeah, and all of this stuff is totally influenced by that band. Before tomorrow, I have to find myself some weed. Yes, Stephen. And you're in Adelaide, dude. I know you can get it in Adelaide pretty easily. Jeff's into weed too. Nice one, Jeff. A happy Canadian. That's Jeff. Taser Urbex has refreshed the page and sorted it. Okay, cool. There's still that awful drone noise going on. Refresh again, man. Hit the Command R again, or F5 if you're on a PC. That is, let's stop that and let's just have a quick look at what we listened to, just so that you guys can then return when you get the disc. Like, I'll pop that back in the chat if everybody missed it. If you want to download that whole 26 song album, it's in the chat now, only for a couple of days, mind you. They only host these things on these free servers for like 36 hours or something, so you better nab it quickly. But we did hear, I thought we only heard 5. Okay, that I didn't clear my. Anyway, that's enough. You don't need to know any more about that. Let's get the hell out of there. Now we are going to have a call in here from Travel Jet Setter. So we did this last stream for the first time. We're using a Discord live chat, and I've got the link for that right now. It's in the chat too. No, thank you, says Stephen. Okay, well if you enjoyed that, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tomorrow we'll come back with the second That's record. And like I said, they get progressively better. But that link that I've just pumped into the chit chat, I can't see it. There it is. Today's live chat invite. That brings you into the Discord server, which I'll fire up on the secondary machine. And I want to see if Travel Jet Set is in the house. He's on the chat there. So if I click this. Oh, wait a sec. Of course, I've got to do this. I've got to bring in my my secondary call-in line. This opens up the call-in line, and we should be good. We should be hearing Travel Jet Setter. Travel Jet Setter, you're in the house. How are you, man? There may be a delay. Travel Jet Setter, are you in the house? I can't hear you, man. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Can you hear me, Travel Jet Setter? I can hear something going on in the background. Did you go to the call-in line, or did you? I see you in there. Interesting. Wait, I wasn't in there. That's my bad, dude. I wasn't actually in there. Now I'm in there with you, so you can see me, right? Travel Jet Setter. Are you talking, man? I can't see you've got to go green when you talk, and I can see you're not talking. Is Travel Jet Setter, are you in the house? Well, while we wait for Travel Jet Setter, I don't see him there. I see myself talking, but I don't see him. How's the weather for you in the planet that you're at? He's just getting the key and gloves on. Gives him a minute. Okay, no worries. I can see him in there, though. He didn't... Yeah, he's in there, but he's just not saying anything. So we'll just wait, I guess. Did the audio change for you guys at your end because I know that it's a slightly different concept here. Like I've got a feed of audio coming out of my laptop into my streaming computer through the same audio interface that this is. So it's just a secondary input. And when we talked with Mindy, it worked flawlessly, and that's the exact same process we are right now. And I can see Travel Jet Setter in the Gives a Minute call-in line on Discord, which is what that link goes to, but he's not saying anything. Audio video is fine. Thanks, Nick. Cheers, dude. Maybe we can have you on next time, Nick, if you're wanting to have a bit of a chit chat. He won't talk. Yeah, he won't talk. We'll just talk about him. I think he's sending me private messages in here. No. I don't know, dude. Does anyone else want to hit that link and just try it? That would be, I mean, Mindy, if you're still in the house, you can just jump on and say how it's working. I see now Travel Jet Setter in the chat says, I don't know what's going on. Neither do I, dude. Do you have, first of all, do you have headphones plugged in and do you have a microphone? And you know that that's a voice chat where you click that link and you have to open up your audio situation. Not your situation. You have to open up your settings and make sure the audio and video is on. Input device, output device. Oh, that sounds good, dude. That sounds good. That sounds good. Whatever you're doing is working. Can you guys hear those notifications? That does sound good. I'm going to test my mic here. See, that's we don't want to do that, but that's me testing that I'm all good. So, yeah, we should be. That's a good sound, dude. Nick Barker's in the house. Nick, you've got a little symbol next to your name. That means you don't have a mic on, Nick. But I see you there. I see you there. But you don't have a mic on. But Travel Jet Setter does have a mic on, but he's not saying anything. And if I do that, so you can hear me cranking up and down the volume, right, in my other computer. So there's nothing coming into the computer there. That's the trouble. But there's obviously something coming out. So working on it. Yeah, okay. He's chat, but he doesn't talk. Yeah. Mindy could sing for us. That's true. Tim, does she sing? Mindy wants to sing? No. I mean, I can see how this works when I chat. My handle goes green and flashes, so I know that I'm communicating with the server. And when someone else chats, in the case of yesterday, Mindy, she would go green as she chats. And right now, I'm not seeing any green from Nick or Travel Jet Setter. I'm seeing them in there, but I'm not seeing anything else than that. So we could have issues here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is what this is all about. It's a process. Hello, is it Nick Barker you're looking for? I love these Discord messages when someone joins in. Now there's someone else in the house. Mindy's in the house. Mindy?
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me?
See, Mindy's on it. She knows how it works. Yeah, I don't know I don't know what's going on with the other crew, but Mindy?
And then this is Nick. I'm in here as well.
Nick's in here too. This is cool. Yeah, we got Nick. Nick meet Mindy. Mindy meet Nick.
Nice to meet you.
Nick,
hey.
It's so nice to have you on here, Nick. I haven't seen you since the Vanuatu days, so this is pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's been almost a year, hasn't it?
I guess it has, yeah, because it was like June. It was winter here in Australia when I went over to Vanuatu.
Yeah, I think it was August. Actually, the day that we hung out was my wife's birthday.
That's right. Yeah, I do recall.
It's 7.
Hideaway Resort, man, that place was fantastic. The snorkeling right off the edge there. You could sit at the bar and then walk to the snorkel, and you're in absolute paradise. It was incredible.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, and you showed me your filters for the GoPro that take the red light out or the blue light out when you go deeper. What was it again?
It added red light to it.
That's
it added it was kind of like a magenta filter to put on the lens, and it helped a lot.
Totally, yeah. That was insane, man. Your footage looked really, really clear. I didn't use any of that, but I'm now using the super suits for my GoPros. I don't know if you've ever fooled around with super suits.
I haven't. I know we talked about upgrading to the new GoPro. My footage all turned out terrible. All the footage that you've seen was all my wife's. That turned out great.
Okay.
Mine was garbage.
Well, hey, Mindy's about to go on vacation to go snorkeling and surfing and swimming. Give her some hot tips what she could do with her. You got a GoPro, haven't you, Mindy?
I do. Well, I have a GoPro spin-off.
Okay. Well, Nick, what's one hot tip you could give to sort of come back with the best quality image you could get from that spin-off GoPro machine?
Well, first off, try to snorkel in when it's nice and bright and sunny out.
Oh,
the best image quality, of course.
Yep.
I know
for
Benin,
sure.
when we were in Vanuatu, it was sunny, and then we'd get a bunch of clouds rolling in, so it would kind of change.
Yeah.
And you'd notice that quite a bit.
I also
on the footage.
I noticed that the auto ISO on the GoPro, I have mine set to auto ISO, that actually worked really, really well, and not noticeable any grain in there either. You know, it was pretty clean.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, we kind of bounced around between shooting in 4K, 4K 30 and 1080p 60.
Great.
Yeah, we played around with a bunch of different settings in there. But we did have some issues with, we had to lock all the controls. Otherwise, if we'd get more than 1.5 meters down, it would just touchscreen would
pressure
kind of activate itself.
Totally. That's what the super suit's for, so that it can never happen. Hey guys, I know you can't hear this, but the stream can. This is the outro baseline rolling in. We've been live for 42 minutes. It's been a great chat. Nick, Mindy, thanks for calling in. Guys, we'll see everybody here tomorrow for the same time for the next Gives a Minute live stream. Thanks everybody, and see you next time. Oh, that's we're out of time.